Today we look at this, quite literally. In the last video I talked about what classes are and why they are useful. Sometimes you encounter the problem that you want to pass information of an object to another one. For example, when one player damages another one. In a shooter, you often show information about the other player when a conflict is resolved. For example, their name. When you pass information about an object that is as complex as the player, then you will usually pass it either by reference or by a pointer. To easily access a pointer to an instance of your class, you can use the this keyword. The this keyword will give you your current instance of a class when you are working in methods that are part of the class. So let's clarify it a bit. For example, Unreal Engine provides the take damage function on every actor, and it also takes a damage cursor. We could use the this keyword in that case to pass a pointer to the instance of our player as the damage cursor. But now, let's say we have a projectile that deals damage to another player. Now you want to pass information of the player that created the projectile. If we use the this keyword inside the projectile class that is now the cause of dealing damage, it will return a pointer to the instance of the projectile and not the player. So if we want to pass information of the player from inside the projectile, we first have to establish a connection between those two objects. And now comes a secret tip. When dealing damage inside of Unreal Engine, we can use a so-called instigator. When you spawn a new actor, you can set the instigator in the actor spawn parameters. We will have a closer look at spawn actor and how to properly deal damage at a later point, but you can remember for now that the instigator is the object responsible for the damage done by the newly created actor. So in our example, the newly created actor is the projectile and the instigator of this projectile is the player. Therefore, if damage is dealt by the projectile, it can be linked to the player, who is the instigator. To close the circle and finish the reason why we ended up talking about projectiles, dealing damage, instigators. You can set the instigator value at the creation of the projectile simply by using the this keyword. So, to summarize, you can use the this keyword to get a pointer to the instance of a class. The this keyword can be used inside of member functions of a specific class, and it will return the current instance of this class that uses the method. So, in the example before, we can use the this keyword to pass a pointer of the player to a projectile and then forward this information to the other player that gets damaged by a projectile that was spawned by player 1.